But if he said 4:30, he'll be back here. Yeah, I would just double check.
Look how fast he is. Just like, yeah.
How long would it take to start?
Now the little full monitor.
We will make some money. Yeah. The way how the yeah, you'll see some double doors in front of that house. Deep? Uh-oh. Hear what? I don't know. No kidding. I think it just goes down on its own. Yeah.
It's like trying to break out of the
Very efficient.
All right, thank you. So from a technology perspective, you've just seen everything you need to see today.
Yep, thanks a lot. See you next time.
Now, we like to do this just because I'm going to explain some technical details, and it's good to understand the framework for how they apply to this demo. So what just happened here is Lenny reached back, grabbed these monsters. They flew overhead like blimps in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But as they flew overhead, you also got to hear their instrument. It moved across the dome, it moved over the dome. And so what's making this possible is something AMD calls surround computing. There are three elements of surround computing. The first one is graphics processing. If you look around you, there are 6 projectors. Each projector is driving 1920 by 1200. Said another way, 11,520 by 1200 at 30 frames per second. So that's a huge amount of rendering, real-time rendering, and pixel processing. But the GPU is also doing something else. I mentioned there are 6 projectors. So can you see where the boundary is between each of these projectors? That's because the GPU is also doing edge blending. And then finally, 11,520 by 1200 is a rectangle, but yet the surface that we're projecting on is a hemisphere. And so the GPU is also doing all of the warping necessary so you don't see any distortions in the ceiling. This is all being done on a FirePro GPU card in this system right here. The second element of surround computing deals with audio. There are 32 speakers behind the screen. That's why we're able to have localized audio. Each instrument, as it moves, you can track with your ear, and we'll show you that with the performance in a minute. We like to call this dome the dome of no secrets because if someone here started whispering, someone over there would hear everything they said as if they were right next to them. And conversely, if someone's standing here and they were talking to someone there, they could barely hear them. It's a very challenging acoustic environment, and so we're using something called True Audio, which is AMD technology running on the Kaveri APU, also in this box, to optimize the acoustics of this dome so that every seat is as optimal as possible. The third piece of surround computing is what we call 3D 360 gesturing. So you probably noticed, but Lenny reached back to move the monsters forward. He didn't do, okay, let's go, or this. He actually went behind and brought them forward. And so AMD has developed 3D 360 gesture technology that you can do a complete 360-degree gesture, and you can go from the back of the floor all the way to the front of the floor. This is also running on our Kaveri APU, but this one is processed on our compute shaders. So with that, now enjoy the performance.
And I'm going to try something. We've been experimenting as we've been going, refining what it shows you the best possible light. So I'm going to reach way back. You see the cursor? You can see me moving all the 360 space. I'm going to grab Poindexter down here. Use our xylophone player. Let him play some music. Make it louder. Make it softer. Bring it back up to a level that's nice. You're going to reach behind me. And swap places with our oboe player. She's a bit of a troublemaker. Keep my eye on her. Yeah, I think I'll have her swap with her second player. Let's have everybody play. The animations here are awesome. Have fun. Look all around. Lots of fun stuff going on. Gotta leave your phone at home. She's got way too many boyfriends. Alright, I want you in the back of the room for the rest of the rehearsal. Hitting each other. Stop flirting with the boys. Thank you.
For some reason, that's been happening all day. Yeah. So, how many people thought that was a real phone ringing? Yeah, so let's reveal some of these speakers. What you'll see now with these red squares are the actual placement of the 32 speakers in the dome. You see the 3 rings giving you altitude as well as angle, and our optimization is running on Covariant. And then here is the projection footprint that I mentioned. So as you can see where there's overlap, that's actually where the blending is happening, so it's seamless. And then every projection output is not rectangular. So you can see how much it's warped. And that's what we started with if you were to put it all in one raster. So thank you very much.
Thank you all for coming. When you exit, when you exit out this little curtain here, there's a room with a green screen. If you want to get your picture taken with some of the monsters, and behind the main booth, we're showing lots of new tech, including things like stuff to do with Oculus Rift, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and a lot of other things. Ask for the Monster Pack playing cards in there, and you should be good. All right, thanks so much. Have a good CES.